Did you know that last week some astronauts blasted off into space in a space shuttle? And so that is why we are going on a field trip into space today. And so the book I'm going to share with you is called The Earth and Sky. It's got pictures in this book that are pretty incredible. It says, this is the Earth, our planet. So this is where we live. See, we live right about there. From the space shuttle far out in space, it looks like a small blue-green globe. So here's a picture of the space shuttle out in space. And this is kind of what the Earth looks like. The Earth is wrapped in the air we breathe and surrounded by moist, wet clouds. Our atmosphere is made up mostly of two gases, nitrogen and oxygen. All living things need oxygen to survive. So when we breathe, that's what we need. Wow, look at this picture. From space, the 7 continents look like little islands floating in a giant sea. Continents are the lands on the Earth. So we live on the continent called North America, which is right here. That's where we live. The blue you see on the Earth, that is water, that is the oceans. Nearly 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered by water. So that's a lot of it. Most of the Earth is made up of water. Dry land, majestic mountains, and low-lying plains make up the rest. Look at those mountains. Below Earth's surface, there are many different layers of rock. Deep beneath the rock, the Earth's core is red hot. So this is all rock that we don't see underground. And down here, it's really, really hot towards the center of the Earth. People, animals, and plants live above the ground. Many animals even burrow underground. All living things need oxygen to breathe and water to drink. There's animals underground. And then the birds and the trees up above the ground. For millions and millions of years, rivers and streams have flowed over the Earth's surface. Same words. Check this out down here. It's like water coming out and they've got people in a boat down there. As the water seeped into cracks in the earth, it wore away rock to form these caves and underground streams. So these are caves and underground streams. Pretty neat. Ever since there has been the planet Earth, volcanoes have been erupting on it. Sometimes smoke, ash, and steam blast out of volcanoes. We talked a little bit about volcanoes when we talked about the dinosaurs a few weeks ago. A volcano is an opening in the Earth's crust. During some eruptions, hot melted rock from deep in the Earth's core flows out of the mouth of the volcano. The hot molten rock is called lava. During the daytime, sunlight shines upon the Earth. So there's the sun. There's the Earth. The Earth travels around the sun, our source of light and warmth. The Earth also rotates or spins on its axis. The countries that are turned towards the sun get daylight. The Earth spins on a tilt. The sun cannot heat the whole world evenly. North and South poles are always cold, even in the summer. South Pole is the coldest place on Earth. The equator is halfway between the North and South poles. The equator gets a lot of heat from the sun. It is always hot at the equator. So when you see here and you see the ice and the snow and the penguins, is that hot or cold there? That's right, it's cold. And down here in the desert with the sun and the camels and the dry lands, that's called the desert, and deserts are hot. So that part of the earth is hot. Do you know what this is? This guy is an astronaut. He's gone out into space. And they're actually on the moon. Earth has just one moon. On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first person to walk on the moon. So this is what he landed on the moon in. And of course, they have to wear their space suits so that they can breathe and so that they don't float away into space. From Earth, we see only part of the moon that reflects the sun's bright light. The moon revolves around the Earth, just as Earth revolves around the sun. So that means it goes around. Revolves means it goes around. And sometimes we see a crescent moon or a half moon or a full moon. Because sometimes the moon looks like a big circle in the sky, and that's when we call it the full moon. And as the month goes on, we see less of the moon. We can only see the part of the moon that's reflecting the light of the sun. As the moon moves around the Earth, our planet blocks the sunlight from a part of the moon's surface. That makes the moon appear to change its shape. Groups of stars seem to make shapes in the sky. Can you see any star pictures? The white lines show the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, and the North Star. So we've got the Big Dipper here, the Little Dipper, and the North Star. And then this is the solar system. So these are our planets in our solar system in our galaxy. And it's called, there's the sun. We've got Mercury, Venus, Earth. This is where we live. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And it says the solar system. Spacecraft have already taken pictures of many of the planets that revolve around our sun. Perhaps someday you will be able to visit one of the other 8 planets in our solar system. How exciting would that be? So this is a book, again, called The Earth and Sky.